my channel. I'm Jan, and in this video I'm going to tell you about something what all the girls want and love. It's all about the money. Woo! I will tell you about Russian money, the modern one, which it looks like these days in the use, and also I will show and tell you about money which we used to use in USSR times. Okay, my friends, and here you can see this is my treasure. On this side we have old USSR money, which of course we don't use anymore these days. And on this side we have Russian money, modern money, which we use now these days in Russia. A little bit here I'll show you also old money, which we used to use in 90s, so when it was perestroika, so after USSR collapsed, we used this type of money. So I'll show you a little bit all this money and tell you about it. So let's start from this side, which is USSR money, which we used during USSR times. After the revolution, of course, there were some different designs, and I think this one started to be an official design sometimes in 1961, and up until I think probably in 1992 when design changed again. And I remember using this money when I was small child. I was still at school, and so we used this money. So let's start with these little coins. Very rare one, one kopek. So we call it kopek, which we still call the same now, kopek, but it looks a bit different. But these are 1 kopek, 2 kopek, 3, 5, and 10. So if you would look, it's quite simple design, and so you have like a number, and we have some crops around it, and the year when it was issued, I guess. And on the other side, if you would look on all the kopek, on all of them, even if you put like the little one and the 3 and 5, you would see it's well, kind of, you probably call it coat of arms of USSR, and you can see it says USSR here, SSSR. So this our kopek looked like that way. And I remember when I was a child, we were buying a little pasties. They only cost 10 kopek. Like these days it's about 30 rubles you can buy pasty. So, and so here we have, this is 1 ruble. And back those days the design was quite simple. Mostly you would find again the coat of arms of USSR and the name of the banknote, and also it's like Moscow, and the portrait of our leader Lenin back those days. So that's the 1 ruble. We use 3 rubles. You can see here is Moscow, and it says in 1961, and we have 5 rubles, like it's on the other side. This is on this side, so also you can see all the same. We have Kremlin, and here's 10 rubles, and here's already have Lenin, and here we have 25 rubles and 50 rubles. And so if I will turn them on the other side, you can see it's pretty much the same design. They only just have different colors, but it's all the same, well, except the 51. Still have a bit of Moscow in here. And so on the other side, so you can see it tells you again USSR, and says like 1, 3, 5, and in here it's you know, in the republics, it's of course the Russian was the main language, but also the republics had their own languages, and on all of the money they were just writing the pronunciation of the money on the language of the republics. So on all of them, so you can see all of them. So this is what USSR money used to look like. As you can see, it's very interesting to look at them these days, because now it's all history. And let's go and look, compare them a little bit the present days. This modern days money. And we also have, you can see we have 1 kopek and 5 kopek, 10 and 50 kopek. So we still kind of use the little ones. The 1 and 5 are not issued anymore, but they're still in use, but they don't, they're not very common. You can see I even put them already in plastics. They just like, now it's going to be history too, I guess. But here's you look, that's our the little one from the USSR and the new one. So, and we have 10 kopek here, also the old USSR one in these days. So you have also like some floral in here, but on the other side it's St. George, and so it's different. We don't have anymore this the coat of arms of USSR. So on the kopek it's now it looks like this on the other side. And the next one we have, you see, we have in USSR we had the paper rubles, and but in present days it's all metal, and we have 1, 2, 5, 10 rubles. And also this is the 10, but it's this one is a special edition, and actually this one is from my hometown. So you see, I haven't seen this one. It's the first time I see this one, which is Saratov, and this is kind of our coat of arms of Saratov with 3 fishes in here. So that's the kind of, I think it's a new one because I haven't seen this one, but these are the common ones we use in these days. And you can see if in the kopek you have St. George, but on the ruble ones like 1, 2 and 5 and 10 rubles you have the 2-head eagle, the sign of the Bank of Russia. So that's what the metal money looks like. And here's the paper money. So if before we had mostly like Moscow and portrait of Lenin, but these days the modern money we have major Russian cities on the paper money. So like, let's say this is the 10 rubles. We have one of the major one is Krasnoyarsk, and also on the other side it looks like, and that's the 50, and on 51 we have St. Petersburg. Here we have 100, and it's Moscow. Then we have 500, and that's Arhangelsk. Then we have 1000, and that one is Yaroslavl. And the biggest one, we have 5000, it's Khabarovsk. See on the other side. So that's what the present day's money looks like, the modern money, the ones we use these days. So a little bit want to show you the money which we used to in 90s. So when USSR money stopped to be used in, I think from 1992, they don't have any paper money, unfortunately only have some coins. We had also rubles. I don't remember if we had coins and what any paper monies we had, but they all looked like this, and we used this money up until 1995. So it's kind of changed design, more like kind of bit had still have some crops on this side, and already the new design, as you can see, that was the also eagle compared to the USSR previous one, which on this side they looked kind of similar, but on the other side they already had new design of the modern money. And so after that, in 1995 up until 1997, from 97 that's what we use the new money now. As you can see, that's the difference between the these days, the modern one, and the ones we were using from 95 till 97. As you can see, we were all millionaires back then, back those days, because you can see I had 3 zeros. So we had like 10,000 instead of 10 rubles. We had 10,000 rubles. So the design of those money, I only have one since those 90s days. Banknote left, unfortunately, so no history. So, but I still can compare it. So we would, I don't know about those, but they probably had the same design, because you can see Krasnoyarsk also has had Krasnoyarsk. And so they only had like 3 zeros after that, so it would have been 50,000, that would have been 100,000, that would have been 500,000, and that probably would have been 1 million. But I don't remember if we actually had
that much, but you can see in this one. So that's how that's what the money we used up until 97, and after 97 they decided that it's too much, and they changed it back to normal money, just the ones we're using now. So so this one's not in use anymore, so we have only this one, this in use these days. So that's what the money in Russia looks like these days, and that's what USSR money used to look like. So this is all what I remember, and this is the money what we used from the country where I was born, in USSR, which unfortunately doesn't exist anymore, and back to like went to 90s, and back to these days which we use in modern Russia now. So I hope you liked the video, a little bit of history. I think it was interesting for you, and if you really liked it, don't forget to subscribe, and see you later. Bye.